Greetings, Starseeds and Lightworkers. Ava here, and today we have a question from a viewer around Pleiadian awakening. And I'm going to expand this to really mean any kind of awakening, whether it's Pleiadian, other extraterrestrial, or just awakening in general, 5D awakening, because this is really what is happening on our planet. And so the question is really around, how do I know if I'm having this type of awakening, Pleiadian or otherwise, and what do I do about it? I'm sure DiYeena will take this and run with it, but I'm just really questioning what is the awakening signs here, and how can we really work with this juicy time in our history. All right, here we go. I'm going to welcome everyone who's new, by the way. It's great to have you here. I'm going to go ahead and go out and put you in touch with the Pleiadians. Here we go. Greetings. This is DiYeena of the Pleiadian Family, and we love to say to bring the love, you see. Because it's really nice for you to know that we are in the heart-to-heart circuitry, you see. As soon as we come in the field, you see, we are connecting with the hearts, you see, and we are bringing more of the frequency of love to your planet, you see, in this particular time in history where it is so necessary, you see. Some of us are in the body, some of us are having other roles, you see. Some of us just pop in and out of the body like this one, you see, and we have a little bit fun along the way, you see, but we're really all here to bring the love, you see, to really help humanity in this time, and because we have been through this process that you go through. You see, so you are, this is really tying into the question, you see, you're asking a question around awakening, you see. Am I having a Pleiadian awakening, you see? This is a very, we'll say, limited perspective, you see, on what is actually happening, because while you could say some of you have the DNA or the history or the lineage, so to speak, of Pleiades, you see, or other star seeds, for example, it is not limited to that. You see, the context of you is much broader than just someone who has had another experience on another planet at one particular time. And now you all of a sudden say, I am an ET. I am a star seed. I am Andromedan, or I am from Sirius, you see, or I am Illyrian, you see, or Pleiadian, or whatever the thing, you see. And you wear your badge with pride, you see. And these things, while they maybe are feeling important, you see, do not let it distract you for why you come, you see, because there is bigger picture here. And so when you're looking at all of the places and spaces that you reside, and we say that in the present moment because it is all happening in the now. You see, so it is not that you have had a past life on another planet. It is that you are living is out in the moment. And this is why it is so real for some of you. You see, so when you are having these different activations, or maybe you're having certain things awaken, maybe you are remembering things, or maybe you're having physical experiences, or maybe you're feeling like you're growing crazy a little bit. You see, some of you are like, is this even, what is reality? What is real? Some of you are asking this question in more of a serious way than maybe you thought that you should be asking it in this stage in time. You see, what is real and what is not real? You are going down the wormholes and going through the portals and going into all the worlds, trying to make sense of what has some grasp to it. What is the reality? You see. And we're here to tell you it is all of it, you see, so to not limit it to anything, you see, or to focus too heavily on one particular piece of it, but to really embrace it all, you see, because it is all the play. It is all the play. So when we are talking about the awakening, you see, we're talking really, you are moving into it at the higher levels of consciousness, you see, of the 5D reality, you see, awakening 5D. You see, whether that is Pleiadian or otherwise, you see, you are having, you could say some people are having remembrances of times when they were on certain planets, for example, you see, but we do not want to limit it to this, is because not everybody has these types of remembrances, as they say, well, maybe DiYeena is the crazy one here. You see, and this is fine too, you see, but we really are all having different kinds of experiences. Some call it Kundalini awakening, you see. Others call it 5D reality, you see. Others of you calling it Pleiadian awakening, you see. Others of you call it psychosis. Isn't it fascinating, you see? So there are all these different ways to label what is happening in the form and in the mind and in the consciousness and in the earth itself. All of it is a massive shift in frequency at the same time. You see, and so that is why you are seeing so much upheaval in the planet today. And we know you all know this, you see. So what do we really need to say, you see, when the rubber meets the road in this ascension process, in this awakening process, you see? First of all, is to trust. Trust it. Trust yourself. Trust, first of all, that you know what you are doing. Trust that you know what you are doing. You know what you signed up for, and you knew what you could handle. You see, some of you doubt yourself a little bit too much, a little bit like, I don't know about this, and maybe I am going crazy, and maybe I just do not have what it takes, you see, to really do this. And maybe it's just not worth it. You see, it's not going the way that I thought that it was in the contract before we got here. You see, this is a little bit of a left turn down a dark alley, and we don't really remember signing that part. You see, sometimes it feels like that. And so really, when you're looking at the all of it, you have to give yourself more credit. Because again, when you're in the third dimension and you're in these little forms, sometimes you forget about all the other pieces of yourself. But they're also powerful, that know what's going on, that knows what's happening. And you go back and you listen to the video on the higher self if you have not watched it already, because we talk about this. About how to really hone in the power, all of your power, you see, so that you can really be the fullness for what you are coming here for. And so part of that is giving yourself more credit and trusting yourself. Isn't that fascinating? We think so. We think it is very, very amazing, you see, the humans that come and do this work. It's so beautiful. You see, but you have to trust yourself in this process. So when you are having these types of experiences, whatever this experience is, whether it feels positive or negative or neutral or anything in between, you see, or you just do not have a way to hold it in the mind that makes sense, you see, you have to really rely more in the body knowing, in the heart knowing. That this is part of the process, you see, because a lot of what is going on is unprecedented in a certain way, and it is new for so many. And so the ways that are happening here, you really have to trust that you know how to do this. You know how to do this, you see. And also trust in other people, that they know what they're doing, even if it seems like they just are totally lost and have no idea what's going on. That is part of what they chose. You have to remember this, you see. So you have to also remember that every piece is doing its part. Even if it seems like it is making a mess or it is not in alignment with what your part is. It is still doing its job, you see. And it is still showing up for what its role is, you see. So trusting in those two pieces, that you know what you're doing and other people know what they're doing, you see, even if it seems like a mess, you see, and it's all part of it. You see, it's when we get into the judgment and the small visioning of what is happening that we begin to doubt and we begin to lose the faith because we do not see the bigger picture. So always being willing to hold a bigger picture in mind when we are going through these challenging times, that is going to be very helpful for many of you. To just switch the lens a little bit and widen the lens. Say, oh, I didn't even see all of those things in the side view, in the rear view mirror. Well, we are fine, you see. But if you're only looking through one little part of the on the road, you see, maybe you miss it. You miss the bigger picture. So we give you that piece to remind yourself, to trust the process, to trust in the deeper part of reality that really does have it all going on, you see. And this comes back to the fact of the frequency of love, and that it contains all. You see, it contains all. And so it is all powerful. And you are all powerful. You are the frequency of love. Never forget that, you see. That feels like the only thing we need to say. I don't even know what the question was anymore. That feels like the only thing that needs to be said is when you remember that you are a frequency of love, love wins. Love wins, you see. It is all good in that perspective. You see, it is when we start to hold in these other frequencies that we begin to let in the doubt and the fear and the worry and all these other frequencies, you see, which is part of the play. Well, what are you choosing to reside in? And is it aligned with why you come? See, maybe you come and maybe your whole purpose in coming was to simply be a worrywart and to experience the energy of worry. Tune into that. Is that why you come? Then maybe you're doing a very good job and you're right on track, you see. But tune in deeper. And for some of you, you realizing that, maybe I did not come to be the worrywart. Maybe I came to have a different role. And you tune into what that role is. And then you see, are my actions and my thoughts and my frequency and my vibration, are they in alignment with why I come? Am I on the right track, you see? And if not, we just kind of course correct a little bit and bring it back in, you see. So all of this to say that we are on the right track, you see, in the bigger picture of things. And we are all watching and noticing how quickly you are moving through this process of the shifting. You have to keep this in mind that maybe it feels very slow in the third dimension, but from where we are sitting, you are moving through and changing timelines at such a fast pace that even the psychics do not want to be predicting anymore. Because you are hopping the timeline so frequently and there are just so much movement. You see, it is all happening so fast. The force of love is picking up the pace. Is picking up the pace so much so that you would say that those that are not in the frequency of love are shaking in their boots, you see. And it is really happening. So there is this shaking of the boots in the people that and the energetics even, because it's more than just humans per se. It is really a frequency at play, and that frequency is unstable. We'll put it that way. With that frequency itself that is not aligned with the energetics of the full power of love is really in an unstable place at the moment, you see. And it is because of all of you humans that are really doing your work, that are showing up every day and holding the frequency of love. And you are all doing it in your own particular versions, you see. So whatever you are doing, know that you are on the right track, you see. You are tuning in to where you are feeling called to, listening to the videos you feel like you need to listen to bring your vibration up, to bring the inspiration in, to open your hearts, all of these pieces, you see. And then you're going and you're doing your service in the world, whatever that looks like, and you are bringing the love to that. So this is the way, you see. And trusting that the process, even when it feels like it is at a snail's pace, is actually at lightning speed. You see, and so trusting that everything is happening very quickly, even when it feels like it is happening very slowly. And this is the process of ascension we are all going through at the moment. And this is what you signed up for, to help, to be here, to be a part of it all, to help raise the frequency, and you are all doing it. You are all doing it. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing to witness and be a part of. So with that, we leave you and we say, we know that not all of you appreciate DiYeena as the cheerleader, you say, that says the good job, doing the good job, and we love you all and all the things, you see. But we really, truly do. We really, truly do. And so whether it feels like cheerleading on the sidelines or not, we say it anyway because it is important for you to know that you're not alone, you see. That we are all in this together. And the more we remember that, the more powerful we are, because not only are we bringing in the full power of our own fractal, we are bringing in the full power of the one love, the one true love. And no, nothing is stronger than that. So that is our power, is to come together in love. Nothing can beat that. Blessings from DiYeena and the Pleiadian family. I trust that this message was exactly what you needed to hear today. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you're not already. And I'm so grateful for all of you in this community and can't wait to see you next time. And thanks for being a part of it all.